Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Fine, the senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. And if you are a bigot, that is a terrible character flaw. Anyway, it is a brand new day. I have been outside. It is bright and sunny. It's going to get pretty warm. And today was we have to apply through this one place that has charities and various federal funding and such like that, but we have to apply, and then they have to have the apartment walkthroughs. We had our apartment walkthrough. It was quicker than the normal ones that the facility guy does. So they walked in, wrote some stuff down, asked me some questions. It was all very nice, and then it was done. So thumbs up for that. Still schedule disruption, and I hate that. Gotta love it. But one thing, I was looking for a secret word to write down, and I was looking again at Crypt of Chaos. And the person that made this had way too much fun. Check out the names on these. Like, I'm going to have to struggle with a few of these. Like, Avenolith? That's a heck of a name. That's a name like I'd make. Evenolith. And then there is... Now, this one's a little bit on the not altogether that creative. Archmagana. And he's an archmage. Not very creative, but still Archmagana. And the art is nice on these cards. I don't know if it's painted, appropriated, or what, but they're nice. And then, again, this is where you could tell a little bit too much fun. Vixen Blade. Really. Vixen Blade. Still, Vixen Blade, the warrior. And then, whoops, cards are going to fall onto the floor. Don't want that. Cryanthia. Yeah, that's very dark fantasy. This is young adults fantasy name. Still Cryanthia. Amusing. Nice card. Again, like I said, if it'll focus, it's amusing enough art. It's nice for what it is. I don't know. It's nice. It works. And then, here is where I started to really laugh out loud. Because I've looked at these before. But when looking for the secret word, it just finally, the ridiculousness of them got to me. Bale Blood. Really? Okay, so there's Bale Blood the Orc. Thumbs up on the name. But then... Wolf Howl the Barbarian. And oh, check out how smooth that skin looks. How nice it would feel under your fingers. And, I bet those nips are nice and tight. Anyway, though, it's interesting art, and it made me laugh. So one of those names is going to be the secret word for, and we'll talk about that later. But some of the things that I have up here, and there's not going to be many because of the disruption in schedule, my mind is all aflutter, and it's going to take the rest of the day for everything to settle down. But there was a game that exemplified for me exactly the difference between indie games and AAA games. Because AAA studios are risk averse. They're not going to take a risk because they could lose money. And even though they're willing to throw like $400 million at something like Concord, they're not going to throw a fraction of that at just a new idea. Because they're risk averse. That's why even companies now, they're not going to even risk improving their product. Even if they have a known flaw, they're going to keep that flaw in there because improving that is a risk. They could lose more customers with the change than they're losing with the flaw right now. So thumbs up for that. But there was this one game that thoroughly showed me the difference, because it was an indie game, of course, but you played a character on wheels. And in fact, your character, that was its method of transportation. Your hands came down and were the caps on the spokes of the large front wheel. And your legs went back into the two back wheels, and you traveled as a trike, a creature that was a wheeled beastie. No hands, but you could leap, and there was platforming. It was just more of a tech demo proof of concept that they were working on, but it's like, no studio would even try that anymore. Gone are the days of even Ubisoft when they had games like Grow Up and Grow Home, where you were just this little robot on a planet and you climbed things. And then you had to get onto these roots and then make them grow and try to get further up so you could leave the planet. And then Grow Home, more of the same except improvements and changes. Nothing like that anymore. Oh well. Still though, on to the game Tenderlands. I have fully mapped out the surface of Tenderlands. There's snow biomes, and there's desert, there's wasteland biomes, the swamp biomes. I hate the swamp stuff, but right now I figured out how to get into the underground. I found the mushroom biome, and I'm busy mining out in there, have to find stuff. Yes, it is early access. It is thin on content right now. I've mentioned, even when I was talking about it before, how because it doesn't randomly make a world and that it's a random world, because it's always going to be the same shape and you're always up here and the desert always appears to be in roughly the same place. It might be that it just re-rolls the things in the world, because one of the artifacts that I've gotten is something that just does that. It re-rolls the world. So that's probably just the stuff that's on it, but I don't know. I haven't checked yet. I do not know if it is a flat, non-procedurally generated map. I need to do a couple more maps to check out, but I don't know if I want to go through that trouble. But it is thin on content right now. There are quests, there are characters, there is not home building, there's settlement building. You have to make houses for some NPCs, and there's shopkeepers. But most of the land is just resources. You go through place after place after place, getting from one side of the map to the other. It takes forever, and there's just resource gathering. But once you've revealed the map, you've revealed the map. There are no more secrets on the surface of the map. So if you want to check it out, while it's in its early access, make sure it's on sale. But if you don't like the idea of early access, I've bought into more than a few early access games and then just never played them until they were into full release. There's nothing wrong with doing that either. It just allows you to get in there and see how it's working out as you go along, which is good. There was a game that I can't remember what it was, but they, I can't even remember who the developer is, but they were talking about how they just recently scrapped the entire skills section. So you're in there while they're still building the house out of cards. Parts of them are going to fall off and they're going to replace others, so thumbs up. Now, what else do I have up in here? Ah, yes, really quick. Yesterday I posted a DOSman game. The first one of the DOSman Games game series of 8, published by DOSman Games, not written by whoever this DOSman fellow might be, if there is a DOSman fellow, but Flash of the Blade X. I was editing it when I suddenly realized I had forgotten to turn off the music. Music on older games, and I'm talking about before like Fallout 3 and New Vegas, is usually okay because a lot of it is they make it up themselves. And then you start getting into licensed stuff. And now you don't know when or where or what, any kind of music. That's why I just turned it all off. Except I forgot to turn off the music in Flash of the Blade X. So I had a feeling that when I posted it, it was going to get a copyright. And it got hit with copyright. So yeah. I don't get a penny no matter how many people watch it because it's all claimed by the people who do the music. I'm going to be doing the other DOSman games. They're all fun and amusing in their own ways. Just remember that they're all made with the Easy FPS creator. Now again, you have to start from scratch. You make everything. It provides you with the engine to do all this stuff. You have to go into the engine with the assets all ready to go. So there's that. So you're going to have cartoony and non-cartoony. There's one called, I think it's called Reverend, that is a mix of cartoony and not. It's got like photo pictures, but they're cartoony and goofy. So we'll see. I'll show y'all. Because the next one comes next. I'm not going to be able to finish these. They're all very difficult as it is, and I don't want to spend the time hyper-fixating so much on those. I'm just going to be playing as much as I can to show you what each game is like, because I like to show off the things that I think are cool and neat. And so I show off the things that I think are cool and neat. I do plan on going back to simulator games. I don't know about Gas Station Simulator because I don't even know if the third episode or whichever one, whatever number, the last one, I don't even know if it's past 100 views yet. So, I mean, I only get paid once a year as it is. So if I follow stuff that people really don't want to watch even further than I do now, because in a post I said, after all, I could record, edit, and upload a Doom the Dark Ages video, because I've got Game Pass, I could do that. Or I could post a DOSman Games video, and I know which one I'd watch, the DOSman Games video. So I'm doing the DOSman Games stuff, even though how many views would it get even if I had a bigger channel? Would I even have a bigger channel if I discontinued doing stuff like the DOSman games? Hard to say. And then I've run out of GERD medication. There's so much I have to get tomorrow, which is payday for me. I need to get more gastroesophageal reflux disease medication, and I need to get a new chair. This one has fallen apart again. I'm only got 4 out of the 5 wheels, so tomorrow I need to order something off Amazon. It's going to be an under $100 chair. It's going to be like a business chair. So yay. Hopefully it's not going to suck, but anything is better than the one I got, so thumbs up on that. But I do play an internet game of Marco Polo where I shout out a secret word for people, if they choose to play the game when they hear it, to type it into the comments for 2 reasons: blatant engagement farming, and to show me that I'm not just shouting into the void. If you choose to play, thumbs up and thank you. But the last people that decided to play this game were Jesse Koskinen. Thumbs up, thank you. It is greatly appreciated. I do like the fact, I do like as well. I do like and appreciate the fact that you watch and continue to comment. Thank you so very, very much. There is I Am on the Net. Thumbs up and thank you. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Spooky Popcorn Productions. How about... Because right now my throat is burning. It is difficult to talk. Ugh. Did I say Spooky Popcorn Productions? Thumbs up, thank you. Salvatore Cento 871, greatly appreciated. Each and every person that plays. And if you have watched this far, and if you choose to play, oh, if you could type Wolf Howl, my current heartthrob, into the comments, that would be very, very cool. Again, 2 reasons: blatant engagement farming and Wolf Howl. And if you choose to play, very, very cool. And if you choose not to, that's cool too. Even if I had the power to force you, I would not choose to. Consent is important even on something as silly as this. So thumbs up, thank you, greatly appreciated. I've got to play this one. I got all the cards. It's not that difficult. I got to play all of them. I got to play everything that I have. And then I got to do all the computer stuff too. But they both sort of preclude each other. Yay. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, I forgot to do this yesterday. Call for action if you could like, comment, share, subscribe. That would be very, very cool. Greatly appreciated. Thumbs up for that and thank you. If you are a Patreon patron, thumbs up and thank you as well. It is greatly appreciated. This older fellow greatly appreciates the help. Thumbs up, thank you. No hyperbole, just appreciation. If you have left me a comment, thumbs up and thank you as well. That too is appreciated. You are beautiful and awesome in your own way. I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I thumbs up, and when I can't, I heart comments. So thumbs up for that. And I answer as many as my nerve compression will let me, which is not as many as I would like, but it's better than none at all. So if you really want an answer, check back up to like 24 hours later. And if you don't want an answer, don't check back. Thumbs up. Comments still appreciated though. I mean, even if you don't expect an answer. So yeah, I am going to, again, try and play the full game. It's got all these little cards. All these little cards and stuff. No dice. Again, it does not use dice. It just uses the little cards. I got a couple games like that. So I really want to show these off for the channel too, but that means I have to figure out. Yeah. Executive function dysfunction issues as well are fun. That's one of the biggest problems that I have to deal with. It's joyous. Hey. Still though, I'm going to edit, render, upload, and then I'm going to take care of myself as best I can today. I am waiting till the 12th of this month so that I can have my doctor's appointment. I am waiting until tomorrow so I can start paying my bills, and I gotta spend that. Like I say, I can't spend any more than $100, but it's going to be the biggest bulk of my discretionary money spending. I won't really have any discretionary money after that. There will be some. And then, of course, I can always dip into the food supply money. But I got to get that. This is going to just keep getting worse. And these are terrible, terrible chairs. And you're sitting on a hydraulic system. And the thing about the hydraulic systems is if they fail, you are firing a 12-inch spike right up into your abdomen through your backside. I don't want my last few seconds of life to be animal terror and agony because there's a 12-inch spike rammed into my abdomen through my backside. So I'd like to get a better chair. So we shall see. Hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. And hopefully they do not include having a 12-inch spike fired into your abdomen through your backside. And if you can't get those things done, please do not beat yourself up. And definitely do not fire a 12-inch spike into your abdomen through your backside. Anyway, though, yeah, So, past that, I ain't got nothing to say. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is indeed a very, very good thing. So, yeah.